Do you want to try Aldi sardines or what? Oh, don't get too excited. I've been asked several times what I think of Aldi's sardines, and I finally got my hands on some, so let's get into it. Today we're gonna try 3 sardines from Aldi. Brand is Northern Catch. We've got the sardines in oil, sardines in mustard, and the sardines in hot sauce. We'll start with the sardines in oil. The ingredients: sardines, soy oil, salt, natural smoke flavor. Next, we're gonna do the sardines in mustard. I'm gonna just leave the ingredients up here so you can read them or pause it. And then we've got the sardines and hot sauce. Again, I'm not gonna read all these off. I'll just leave them here for you to take a look at. So Aldi's a grocery store. It's founded in Germany. They're kind of all over the world. They are in the US. My sister sent these to me and she said these were 99 cents a can. As you can see from the ingredients, there's a lot of things in there, a lot of things not so desirable, but when you're talking dollar sardines, I've got the Walmart ones in mustard and the chicken of the sea in mustard. I've got the chicken of the sea, Bumblebee, and Walmart and hot sauce. And then I've got the Walmart and chicken of the sea sardines in oil. The ingredients between all of these are all very similar at the same price point. The ones in oil are also the soybean oil. So while they're not stellar ingredients, it is pretty much the same across the board for your dollar cans of sardines as far as like the quality of ingredients goes. But let's get these open and take a look. Okay, let's start with the sardines in oil. Okay, next, sardines and mustard. So I did want to point out that all of these boxes say that they're a product of Morocco, but when I went online to try to find out where Northern Catch sardines are sourced from, the answers were all over the place, but it seems like the general consensus is they have multiple sources, like quite a few of them, which to me makes me think that the consistency is going to be off on, you know, going from can to can. Let's start with the sardines in oil. Whoa. Looks like we got like one big guy here. So that is interesting. That is definitely the biggest sardine I've ever seen come out of a dollar can of sardines. And there's quite a difference. I mean, this one's like 3 times the size of that one. It's putting off a fishy smell, but honestly not too bad. All right, here we go. Aldi / Northern Catch sardine in oil. Surprisingly tender, and the artificial smoke is just I mean, it tastes artificial. It's pretty faint right off the bat. I would say if I had to choose between the Walmart Great Value sardine in oil versus this one, both of them being soybean oil, I would choose this one. It just tastes like a better quality sardine. The texture, it actually chews kind of delicate, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's really not bad. Comparing this to like your other dollar sardine options, I actually prefer this over the other ones that I've tried in soybean oil. And it actually has a very mild flavor to it. It's not fishy. It's not putting off the strong tuna taste that a lot of cheaper sardines can do. All right, now we've got our corresponding yellow chopsticks to go with the mustard. Man, look at that. I think that's plenty. We'll just work on this guy. Okay. Aldi sardine and mustard. Again, that's not bad. So thinking back on my review of mustard sardines that I've already done, I can link that below. This one's actually quite enjoyable. I remember from that comparison that the Bumblebee was my favorite. I think it was Bumblebee versus Beechcliff, and I preferred the Bumblebee. Going off my memory, I would say that I like this one even more. It has a yellow mustard taste. It's not overpowering, but it's there. It does seem like it has a little bit of sweetness to it. It's reminiscent to me of just taking a sardine in oil and putting mustard on it instead of it being like some funky mustard sauce concoction. But this is the same as the one in the oil as far as it's tender and juicy and delicate. All right, let's take a big bite. Yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty easy to eat. So far with those two, there's nothing off-putting going on, nothing like standing out too much or too little. It's just kind of that middle of the road. Sardine seems decent. The flavor of the mustard's decent. So looking back on, you know, when I looked up online where they're sourced from and there being like multiple countries, so far the oil and the mustard, they seem very similar as far as the sardine goes. Let's move on to the hot sauce. Let me bring this can up. That's a little different than other hot sauce sardines I've had. Looks kind of separated. So it looks like every can has two just good size pilchers in there. I would say consistent across all three. Okay, here we go, hot sauce. That's weird, it tastes really lemony. Oh, there is lemon in it. And the lemon's pretty high up on the ingredient list. Well, there's the kick. But I just did that POW review of the habanero sardine, so a kick isn't the same to me anymore after eating those. This has a little bit of a kick to it. Nothing crazy. The strong lemon in it is throwing me off though. It's not that it's making it taste bad. It just kind of feels like it doesn't belong there. It's just different. I'm finding it to be very heavy on the lemon. It's almost like a spicy lemon sardine. Let's do one more bite. So on the second bite, the lemon is still there, but it's not as noticeable as when I took that first bite. I've seen a lot of comments on my videos regarding the Aldi sardines, and it seems to be really split between you love them or you hate them. There's kind of no in between. Several of you have said like you couldn't even finish the can. I've tried all the Chicken of the Sea, the Bumblebee, the Beach Cliffs, the Walmart, great value. But after now having tried all of them, if these were all presented to me and I could pick which brand I wanted to go with, I would go with the Northern Catch Aldi brand. One, because it does seem like the quality of the sardine is better. I like that they're big and juicy and tender. The sauces were not overpowering. They were just there enough to be enjoyable. And I feel like if you're looking for a sardine with mustard and you ate this one, it's probably gonna be what you're expecting. Same with the hot sauce one, other than the lemon was a little bit odd, but it wasn't bad, especially after the second bite. It was like, okay, I get it. And it gave it a little bit of something different besides just like straight up Louisiana hot sauce. It just gave it a little something extra, I think. So if you're someone who's on a budget or fixed income and you do go for more of the dollar sardines, I think the Aldi brand is worth a try. And I think you might enjoy them compared to these. All of these are like the little sprats, where these are the bigger pilchards. So if you're more of a sprat person, you maybe would just prefer these. But if you like a big juicy pilchard, then the Aldi brand might be something you'd enjoy more. But all in all, I'm not mad at it. It's not something I would go out of my way to buy. One, I don't even have an Aldi here. But two, I mean, there's a few gnarly things in these ingredients, but they're also in the other dollar sardines as well. But I am glad that I was able to give these a try and we can throw it into the sardine library that we're building up here. Winston said he wants pork rinds, so we've got some nacho cheese ones. These are awesome. I'll link them below. This is probably my #1 pork rind at the moment. You want pork rind? Here you go, bud. So let me know your thoughts on these if you've tried the Aldi sardines. But thanks so much for watching and we'll see you in the next one.